Sometimes I use a two-colour long tail cast on, and this would be if I want to knit in two different directions from the cast on. Now here I've cast on here and then knit it in this direction, and then I picked up stitches and knit it in this direction, and I used the two colours so that it would be easier to see, and you can see along here where I've picked up. So the way to do it is just to make a loop over your needle, and this is how I always start to cast on. And then I make a loop with the colour I'm going to use for the tail, and I secure both these stitches to the needle just for the time it takes to do the cast on. When I come back to these two stitches, I'll not knit them, I'll just slip them off the needle. So I use the thumb to make the space for making the stitch. So it's yarn over the thumb and knit the stitch. And if you want to have everything in your left hand, it's just the same method. Your thumb is got the long tail and your finger has the yarn for the stitch. And this is always more awkward, I think, because everything is pulling in the same direction. And it's not something I do too often. It means that when you need to pick up stitches, when you're going to do the second half, you can easily see the bumps that you'll pick up. And this is a bit clearer. You can see here, when you use the same colour for the tail and the cast on, it's not so easy to see what you would pick up, but it would be along here. But if you use two colours, you can easily see what bump you need to go into. It's a lot easier if you use a really thin needle and then change to a proper size needle for when you come to knit. And I'll find one more. I think I'm too far from the piece of knitting. I have the camera between me and it to see what I'm doing there, but you can see how you get your long tail in the different colour